Welcome, everybody, to the Midnight in the Podcast of Evil, Episode 4. Today, we're going to be covering My Bloody Valentine, which actually today is the 40-year anniversary. Today, February 11th, 1981, it came out. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Headrush. With me, as always, Emily.
Hey, everybody.
Will.
What's up?
Sarah.
Hey.
And we're going to jump right into some news stories here. And the first one I got for us today is about Goosebumps. Beware, the Art of Goosebumps. We're going to get a new book that's going to celebrate all the cover art of Goosebumps. So it's going to be like a hardcover book, I guess. It's going to have all the covers all collected. And it's coming out on April 20th, I'm sorry. And which is a good date, because you're going to want to be medicated looking at these covers, and you're going to be like, this is badass. But, yeah, did you guys ever read any of the Goosebumps books back in the day, Emily? What'd you think? I mean, the covers were pretty cool, I thought.
Everything about Goosebumps was awesome. Goosebumps was my shit back in the day.
Yeah, Goosebumps, all those covers back in the day were classic. And I'm not going to lie, I'm going to pick this book up. Will, did you ever read Goosebumps back in the day?
Of course, back in middle school. We all did.
Sarah, did you read Goosebumps? Sarah's shaking her head no.
That was past my time. I grew up with the Fear Street from RSI, and I didn't listen or do anything with Goosebumps. So.
What about the old TV show? Did you ever see the TV show, Sarah?
No. I'm
No?
older than you guys. You know that.
Not by much.
5 years is a big difference from back then.
I get. Will, what about you? Did you ever watch the old Goosebumps show?
Yeah, I remember watching them clearly.
Remember any of the episodes? Which one was your favorite?
Everyone always remembers the ventriloquist doll. Everyone
Slappy.
Skippy, yeah, Slappy, whatever. Yeah, everyone always remembers that one.
Emily, did you have a favorite episode? Did you watch the Goosebumps show back in the day?
I definitely watched the show. I don't remember a lot of those episodes in great detail.
Oh. It's been a while, I guess. Mine would probably be The Haunted Mask.
There was one about something under the sink.
Okay, I remember. I don't remember the name.
Remember that one?
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember that. It almost looked like the purple muck mud looking Pokemon guy.
Wow.
I forget his name. I'm too old to remember that too.
I did
Yeah,
watch it. I just wasn't big into it, but still.
I think it still holds up. I mean, I would watch it today. I might have to be a little medicated, but I would watch it, yeah.
Well, it's like, Are You Afraid of the Dark and everything. So
Hey, we
it's
watched
pretty
some
much
of
similar to that.
too.
Are You Afraid of the Dark was
We
really
watched
good.
some of that. We watched some of the first season. I don't know, not too long ago, a couple months ago maybe. It was on VRV at the time,
It's
but
cheesy. But it's very cheesy, but it kind of holds up. So I guess Goosebumps could do the same.
I still remember the one about the kid being like I think the kid fell in a lake or something, so it's just a ghost going around saying, "I'm cold."
That's pretty freaky.
Yeah, like the red hoodie or something. There's the kid on the bike. Imagine being followed around by a ghost on a bike and a hoodie. You're like, what the heck?
And he just keeps saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, he's just chasing you around trying to get a look at your butthole. Like, what the heck is going on? All right, the next news story. Scream Factory. Scream Factory announced that coming out on Blu Ray is going to be the 1976 version of King Kong. I'm a Scream Factory collector. I definitely will be picking up this King Kong Blu Ray. I think it comes with an exclusive poster too, but I think it's cool that now with Godzilla vs. King Kong, we're going to get another one of these old Kong movies coming out on Blu Ray. Did anybody see the 76 version of King Kong?
I was going to ask, what is so special about this one compared to like the original?
I think this was probably the first one in color. I don't remember much about it. Jessica Lange is in it from American Horror Story.
Okay.
She was excellent. Jeff Bridges is in it. He plays the hero. I haven't seen it in a long time. I really haven't. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not big
Those two were.
into the King Kong.
I remember it was good. I definitely gonna probably pick it up. I mean, don't tell Emily. I know she's next to me listening. But at some point, I'll pre-order it. Sorry.
Yeah, I expect it at this point.
Yeah.
Got to build up that collection somehow.
Yeah. They also announced they're releasing in May. There's an old slasher called He Knows You're Alone, which is an excellent movie. That's another movie I hope that we get to cover sometime. And I think, and for some reason they didn't announce it in like the press release, but I was on their website and secretly in the pre-order section they also announced that they're releasing City Slickers 2 on Blu-ray. So first time City Slickers 2 is coming out on Blu-ray. I'm excited for that.
I didn't even know the first one was on Blu-ray, so great movie.
Yeah, on Blu-ray years ago.
Both of them.
Accurate. I think the first one has an anniversary coming up this year. I think it's actually on that schedule I sent you guys. So I know at some point at least we get to watch that one.
They're good movies.
Will, are you excited to watch that? Old white guys running around the country playing cowboys?
Not really, no.
No? If it was Antonio
come
Banderas,
on, really?
Look, if I want to watch 3 old white guys as cowboys, I'll go back and watch 3 Amigos.
yeah, but this is better than Three Amigos.
No, 3 Amigos was pretty good. Fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Isn't Chevy Chase in Three Amigos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to watch that then, right?
No, bullcrap. We're gonna watch it now.
Just assume that he's like, you know, an a-hole the whole movie, and that's pretty much the whole story.
Hey man, you shut the fuck up. I'm just...
I think it's just Chevy Chase in real life.
Oh boy. Well, we know what Will's gonna pick eventually. So.
Yeah. No. I'm just...
I think for the secondary show, you both have some staff picks coming up, so y'all think on that and let me know.
I think all the time it's too many choices. Again.
Yeah.
Way too many choices.
Also, coming out tonight is, I guess, the debut episode of Clarice, the new Silence of the Lambs TV show.
How many stories are they gonna do based off of that movie?
So now this one supposedly takes place a year after the Silence of the Lambs itself, the movie. But they also can't talk about Hannibal, I think. I think they don't have the rights to the actual Hannibal character. So this one is just about Clarice and what happened to her as a result of that, like as a result of Hannibal breaking free and her letting him go and all that.
Without mentioning Hannibal and how he affected her.
I think they can say his name and stuff. I think they just can't show the character. Like there can't be somebody on screen saying they're Hannibal.
Okay.
But wait,
I think they talk about it and they can mention it. They just can't have a Hannibal character
because it's supposed to take place after the movies.
What was that, Will?
Does it take place after the movies?
Yeah, this takes place after Silence of the Lambs. So before the Hannibal movie, but after Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay. That's like when he's like already in another country and shit.
Yeah, a year after Silence of the Lambs.
A year after that, those events occurred.
The timeline gets confusing because there's how many movies? 5 or 6? There's Silence of the Lambs.
There's definitely not that. Okay, there is
Hannibal.
There's, I believe, 4
Manhunter
movies. No, there's a couple extra movies. There's Manhunter.
Hannibal Rising.
I never saw that.
There's
one.
like 4 or 5 movies, and then you got the Hannibal show, and now you got Clarice.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's just too much. Way
Is
too much
anybody-
to keep track of.
Too much.
Emily is.
Keep the franchise alive.
Are you gonna watch?
100%.
Emily is definitely gonna watch
I'm
Clarice.
ready for it.
She was already asking me, like, "Hey, you still have that CBS All Access?" I guess I gotta re-sign up for that. Anybody else think they're gonna give the show a watch?
I don't know. It looked okay when I saw the preview the first time.
I
I don't know how big into it I would get.
I saw like the quick clip of it, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
I think I'll give it a try.
Why was her voice so southern though?
My
It wasn't
vote?
very southern. No, Clarice's voice is very
Where?
southern.
I thought she was from like Mississippi or
She's
somewhere.
from either the
Is
South,
that where it is?
Midwest, or someplace like that, but she's not from.
Yeah,
like-
because her father or whatever used to farm the sheep or whatever, herd sheep.
Well,
Remember
because I just noticed it was very
some-
thick, and I was like, I don't remember all that.
the sheep or lamb, I forget. But she remember she would listen to them being slaughtered. And that was the point of the movie. He just wishes they could be silent. Silence of the Lambs. I don't know why I'm saying sheep. The movie's called Silence of the Lambs. Obviously, it was lambs that she was listening to. I'm sorry. I'm a little medicated. I'm sorry.
Just a tad.
A little medicated.
That was our last news story for the week. Probably not Will's last smartass remark, but our last news story.
You know, I'm
Never.
gonna keep up with him.
You can find us on social media. We're at Taking Back Pod on Twitter, Midnight Evil Pod on Twitter, Midnight Evil Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. You can find Midnight Evil Podcast on the Anchor, on Google, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, basically wherever you can find them these days. We're on. Tune in. I think we're also on there. We're all over the place. But yeah, let's jump into it. Today is the actual 40-year anniversary. My Bloody Valentine came out February 11th, 1981. It's rated R. It's an hour and 33 minutes. Horror thriller. It was released by Paramount Pictures with a budget of $2.3 million. It only took 5.7 in the box office. Released by the Canadian Film Development Corporation. Directed by George Malacca.
I want to say that's how you pronounce it.
Malacca is the best I could do to try to pronounce that. It sounds Greek to me. I think he was Hungarian or something. Starring Paul Kelman, Neil Affleck, Cynthia Dale, just to name a few. I believe this was shot in Canada. I know it was, and then they tried to pass it off as kind of like an American movie, I believe. But it's like one of the most popular and earliest Canadian slasher movies, I think.
That it does explain the whole like American lifestyle that they put out there throughout the whole movie. Like
pass it off as American, I think. I know they shot it in Nova Scotia in like a mine somewhere.
Yep.
But it was definitely Canadian. I mean, it was produced by the Canadian Film Development Corporation. Yeah, it was Canadian film. They just tried passing off as an American. When did you first see the movie, Emily? Do you remember the first time you saw it, or how you discovered it, or what your thoughts were?
Well, the first time I saw the movie was yesterday, and I liked it. I thought it was really good. There were some things that I kind of predicted before they happened.
Did you know the killer early on?
There was a certain point in the movie when I realized it.
That's one of the assumptions everybody always says they were easily able to peg the killer early on, but I kind of had not seen the movie in a long time, and had been enjoying a cocktail or two, let's say, and I took myself out of it, and I honestly forgot who the killer was for a while. I thought it was TJ.
That's what everybody, I think they wanted you to believe it was TJ, and then
About
halfway through the movie, then it kind of got clear that it was going to be the other person. So
I thought it was TJ the whole time. And even
he was too angry.
Like, how is TJ doing this? How is he dropping bodies in front of himself?
But exactly, they overplayed that and made him too angry at everything, and that bad boy type. Sure. So,
Sarah, do you remember when you first saw the movie, or what your initial thoughts were? Or
today was the first time I ever saw the movie.
When was?
Today.
Oh, today?
Yeah, never seen the movie before.
I think Will's gonna say this was the first time he's seen the movie too, huh?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it's been a long time since I've seen it, so.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to say it was the first time I've seen it, but.
I must have seen this at first when I was, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old, renting it on VHS.
That's why it's hard to pinpoint it.
Over 6 years
I know I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like,
they didn't care. They just let us pick them out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember putting some movies on a counter where they were like, you are clearly not old enough to rent this. Here you go.
I saw Freddy Krueger for the first time when I was 5 years old. So
yeah,
Yeah, 5 years old. My mom was so mad. So mad
I remember
about
my
that.
first movie ever in theaters was Jason Goes to Hell. And then Power Rangers. I saw Power Rangers second. I did it reverse.
Good.
How you show a small child Jason Goes to Hell and go like, all right, let's go watch Power Rangers now.
Good.
I introduced my daughter.
You gotta get loosened up.
Out there, like the last movie, there was naked chicks, there was people blowing up, dudes eating hearts. What's going on?
Yeah, that's like when you freak out during the Power Rangers.
I bet they even went worse and tried to get me to see Operation Dumbo Drop, and that went even more friendly than Power Rangers. And you're just like, we need to go back to people getting killed. This is ridiculous.
I need more action in my life.
Yeah. I don't want to see elephants and Power Rangers, and I want to see motherfuckers getting chopped up. Let's go.
No happiness whatsoever.
No.
Hey, but I love the Power Rangers movie.
Which one?
The original one. After that, I stopped giving a shit.
So you didn't like the new Power Rangers movie?
Nope.
Did you like the Power Rangers TV show?
Nope.
No.
The original one, after the original, like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I stopped giving a shit.
But did you like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original show?
Yes, the original one.
We used to reenact that when I was a kid.
Everybody.
All the kids. Yeah, we all reenacted it. I was always a pink Power Ranger.
Badass.
But come on. The Yellow Ranger was Asian.
Yeah, the Spanish dude was red.
The Spanish dude was red.
The black guy was black. Yeah, we got it.
The African American guy was the Black Ranger. The All American girl was like the Pink Ranger.
Exactly.
The Irish guy was the White Ranger and the Green Ranger. And his name was Tommy, the most Irish name you could think of. Like, it was like they literally just played into all these stereotypes.
You know, it's funny how like no one realized they were the Power Rangers because they wore the same colors every day.
Yeah. Yeah, right? You would think. Like,
you would think you'd change it up.
Rocking green.
Huh?
Tommy's always rocking green. What's going on?
Exactly. So when he disappears and the Green Ranger shows up, no one puts two and two together.
Did either one of you play the old Power Rangers game on like Super Nintendo back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, I used to love that game.
Fucking amazing.
As one of those old side-scrolling fighter type games.
It was the shit.
Man, I miss Super Nintendo.
Supposedly Nintendo wants to bring a lot of those classic systems back.
Because the ones they have nowadays are terrible.
Yeah, well, you have a Switch, so I wouldn't talk. No.
Yeah.
I own 2 games on the Switch, and I physically play one of them maybe once a week on my days off. If family's asleep.
Now, is that game Animal Crossing?
Yeah, of course it is.
Animal Crossing.
Of course.
I played that for 7 months straight, okay? 7 months of being in quarantine, I played that freaking game over and over again.
I just can't get behind that game. I just can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, I own Beat Park. That's the only other second game I own for the Switch.
Oh, really?
It's Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh.
It's basically the updated version of Beat Park. But that's because I was a carny, you know? So every once in a while, you gotta go home.
That's a good game, though, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, but see, I always just restart it, and then I make it how I want, and then I'm like, all right, let me just build another one.
That's what you do with any of those, like SimCity, anything. You're just like, all right, blow up the town and start over.
Set up, had fun for a couple of days, and tore it down and moved on.
Wow.
For anybody wondering what the hell we're talking about, at like 13 years old, I ran away with the carnival and didn't come home for 10 years. So I was a natural-born, true blue carny.
I still can't believe
wrong with that, though.
Still can't believe that. You just got up and left. You're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. No, I'm just...
Well.
If I could have run away with the carnival when I was 13, I probably would have.
What's there not to love him? First of all, everybody always goes, were you there with like the bearded lady and stuff? That's a circus, morons.
Obviously.
Yeah. Even though that would be kind of cool, too.
We had rides, and we got incredible food, and You got the games. I mean, what's not to love? This was early 2000s, where some people had flip phones, but not everybody had phones. So everybody was just out having fun. They weren't distracted, you know. People still went out, families, couples. Everybody had a great time, man. I mean, I was working there when 9/11 happened. I remember the country changing.
Yeah.
But back then, yeah, you could still actually, you know, relax and let your guard down. Now it's everybody's distracted 24/7.
It was good times back then.
Emily, did you have a favorite scene from the movie?
I think my overall favorite moment in the movie is like 5 minutes before the movie ends.
Okay.
When they have the big reveal and TJ's like, "Oh yeah, Axel's the killer," and the mayor turns to was it Chief Newt?
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh yeah, his dad was killed by the miner all those years ago."
Yeah.
It's like, you don't think that information would have been useful?
And he was in the room watching. Remember, he was hiding
under the bed. Yeah. He saw the whole incident, and they didn't think to mention this earlier.
Because they were all focused on the one guy that they couldn't find the file on at the prison that he was left at. They're like, let's wait for that file to come about.
Yeah, they all thought it was actually Harry Warren, which I thought was funny that they go, he comes back every Valentine's Day and just walks around town. If he comes back every year, how come you haven't fucking caught him then? How come you didn't try to arrest him or kill him or something? If you know he comes back every year, waiting to murder people in your town, why are you just like, there he goes again, walking down Main Street?
It was it was 20 years later, though. It wasn't every year. It was just 20 years, but I think they just were haunted by that or something for 20 years straight.
Part of the folklore.
They showed him walking around town.
Mm.
Well, I mean,
but
at that point.
How do you...
It's just strolling around on Halloween. It's like, hey, I'm going to somebody maybe next year. Just waiting for that other shoe to drop. Like, what the heck? What about you, Will? Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
As you can tell from my background, when what's her name? I just had her name a second ago. She was about to do it with this other guy, like at that factory. Sylvia, I think her name was.
Okay.
But he shoved her head to the back.
He was just laying there.
Usually in horror movies, you get killed after the sex.
Apparently not. But.
No.
This one. They kept killing people right before they were going to do it.
I just find that scene funny because he impaled her head on the pipe and then he turned the water on. That's hilarious. That's hilarious to me. It's very effective.
See, I think Will watched a different version.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, but I still
watched for off screen.
We watched Amazon Prime, and a lot of the kills were off screen.
Well, because I tried watching on Crackle because we found
everything.
Yeah.
But when I couldn't, I didn't want to sit through the commercials. I just looked for it and I downloaded it. I didn't know what copy I got. I was just, I'm going to watch it this way. So.
Well, I had ordered the My Bloody Valentine extended director's cut, but Scream Factory is always late when it comes to pre-orders, so I had to watch the version on Amazon Prime. And the Amazon Prime version is the theatrical one, which they do a lot of off-screen deaths.
But you know what? I don't know. They have it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a way you can rent it, and then there's a way you can watch it for free. I'm not sure what they cut out of that one.
I don't know.
I wonder if that was the original. I think me and Randy both saw the original one.
Yeah.
And they literally did not see anything. I don't think you saw really that many dead bodies throughout the whole thing.
Now, I know I've seen the extended version before, but this isn't it.
No, definitely not.
Sarah, did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
Well, what Emily talked about, that was kind of stupid and funny. And then the actual end where Axel just turns into a total complete crazy person with that laugh and everything. I'm like, where'd that even come from? I'm like, of course the main character's name is Sarah too, but yeah, it was just like he did not act like that. He acted like a typical jealous guy throughout the whole movie, and then all of a sudden he became a complete maniac and runs away laughing hysterically.
I thought Axel was not crazy, but he hit it pretty good, I guess. Sarah, did you have a favorite kill in the movie? We know Will's is a sprinkler.
I guess, yeah, the sprinkler version was pretty funny. I just think the acting and everything is the laundromat scene, how he finds the body, confused the hell out of me because he got the dryer with the clothes.
Though, which was clearly covered in blood multiple times. He walked past it, then he came back, walked past it again, and then it just opened by itself.
He's smelling the air, and the dryer was not even on. The clothes dryer was on all night long, but the body dryer was not on because otherwise he'd something trying to smell the air, trying to figure out what the hell that sound was, and so that was a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Emily, did you have a favorite kill?
Half the bartender when he set up that kind of prank. So when you open a door, it looked like the miner was popping out at you with the pickaxe.
Yeah.
And when he closed the door, he heard a noise, so he decided to check on it again, and it was the actual miner.
Yeah, he got up there real quick.
Yeah, I don't know how he got back there so fast, but he did it.
Now I know that was my favorite kill too, but on the extended cut,
pretty slow.
Actually see the pickaxe go through their throat and not the one on Amazon Prime. That was just a regular one, but the ones I know I've seen the extended one, and you actually see the pickaxe go in, and you see the effects, and it's actually like a little bloodier. That's another thing. There wasn't a whole lot of blood in this movie, not in the theatrical version.
Yeah, not in the ones that you guys watched.
They're all screen. You're not going to see a lot of blood.
Yeah, like Emily said, most of the kills are off screen.
Which is kind of dumb, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it's already R. Why do you have to not show us the kills?
Sarah, did you have a favorite character at all?
Favorite character?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I don't know. They were all like the typical 80s horror movie, characters. You got the ditzy blonde, you got, the stupid little best friends, and then the dorky guy. And yeah, I didn't have an actual favorite, though.
Will, what about you? Did you have a favorite character at all?
I don't think so. Not really, no.
Emily?
If I had to choose a favorite character, I'd probably say Chief Newbie, just because a lot of the times in horror movies, the police force are not really willing to consider certain possibilities, and everyone in the town was so convinced it was Harry Warden 20-something years later coming back to kill them all.
My favorite character was Harry Warden, the miner. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I like the story of him that, in the beginning.
You don't even know who he is, though.
Yeah, he wasn't even part of the movie. We just saw his backstory.
Yeah, I love that part.
All right, okay. That's
Come on,
fair.
the fact that they get
and then
get trapped and stuff.
Anybody remember the scene? The cop pulls up to the mine. The lock is clearly not on the lock. It's off to the side of the gate. Like you can see that the lock is not actually where the lock goes. It's just on the side of the gate. And he looks at the lock, which is not on the lock. It's just chilling on the gate. And he goes, it's locked, and just drives away. You can clearly see there's the hole where you lock the two gates together, and it's just like on the chain link fence somewhere. And he's like, that got me locked. What? That was one of the things I caught. I was like, all right, the gate's not locked, but that's cool.
But that's the best reason to watch these type of movies, is to watch all the mistakes they made playing these movies,
Yeah, they make some of them, definitely.
Yeah.
What do we think about the effects in the movie, Emily? Did you like the effects? The ones that we got to see?
Yeah, I think they were pretty good.
Will, what did you think of the effects? Did you like them?
From
I
what
don't
I saw, yeah.
any CGI I can think of.
I mean, I enjoyed them. You know me, I like the practical effects and makeup and shit like that. So I'm a big fan of stuff like that.
I think it was all practical effects, to be honest.
No, I know. I'm just saying, I'm a big fan of that. I hate seeing CGI bullshit in it. I understand there's shit you can't do with
Yeah.
practical like effects. I get it. Then you can add the CG, but you know what I
But
mean?
yeah, that they
Slasher
kind of
stuff.
rely on the CGI type shit too
Yeah.
much.
Too much.
Way too much.
What do you think of the effects? Did you think they were good? Did you like them?
For that time period, yeah. I mean, it's like a classic 80s horror movie.
Yeah, I thought the effects were pretty good. I liked how the heart looked in the candy box. It looked pretty realistic. It looked pretty
And
good.
that it did, yeah.
And I thought visually they made it look really good. All the decorations and stuff.
It made it feel very real, authentic.
Yeah, they made it feel authentic. Yeah, that's a good word. I love that the girl had the heart tattoo by her heart in the opening. That was pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah, you kind of started getting the point of the whole movie right from the beginning. And the fact that there was a kill right in the beginning, too, helped.
And
When did that kill even take place?
which one?
The opening kill in the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah, whose heart
Because
was
they
in the
never
box?
addressed that. They never really addressed that.
Axel must have been cheating on Sarah, I guess. I don't know. That's
Sorry.
how I took
Sorry,
it.
And how come there's always an old guy in all these horror movies that lives in town who tries to warn people, and nobody ever believes them?
Because they're senile old people, that's why.
Because they just want to have their
They're not really senile, I guess, though, if they're always right.
They're always running their mouth about something. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't have like a typical old guy in my neighborhood.
Them because they're drinking.
Well,
That's fine.
remember we discussed this at one point. What if it's that whole thing where the town's just trying to forget?
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
Or
nobody
probably
wants to pay attention to it because they don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
And the younger people didn't even live through it, so they don't know for a fact if it's true.
Or maybe
It
it's
could
like
just
Sarah
be
said,
a
they just want their
folklore.
dance too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
I thought it was cool. He's like, "You're a damn fool," and then stabbed his hand. What did
I
you
just want to. I want to know why there's a mine
I don't know, but I used to play that fucking game when I was younger.
room.
What was that, Sarah?
Why is there like a mining area with a rec room with a billiard table?
I mean, it's probably a stressful job. They probably want you to, unwind. Hey, wouldn't you like your job more if in the break room they had a pool table?
My job doesn't even have a break room.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
I'm just happy I have a table and a microwave, and that's it. So.
Damn.
The only thing that's in my break room at work is usually like crushed souls because everybody there is miserable.
Wow.
Yeah. It'd probably be more lighthearted if there's a pool table chilling there. They got pinball machine. They got pool table.
More comfy seats.
I never get my workers to come back to work though.
Yeah. You want to go back to work. Harry, I think Harry said Harry sent him a note saying like if you do the dance we're gonna kill somebody, but then they still waited for multiple people to die before they actually canceled it.
Harry sent a note with each heart in a box.
Yeah.
And they just okay, the thing is, the teenagers kind of had the party without anybody knowing.
But the town didn't even actually cancel the party until after the third death.
Yeah.
They were like,
That
all
is
right,
true.
3 people's dead. We gotta cut it now.
Because you gotta wait, man.
Yeah, but because the head person of the dance died, so
There was no chain of command.
we're
Mabel.
gonna cancel it. Yeah.
Mabel.
Well, they also
Okay, well, yes.
Chief Newbie also tried to cover that up.
Yeah.
He also said, "Tell everybody
Yeah.
it was an attack, so we don't scare them."
Yeah.
So the rest of the town didn't even know about it until I don't know when they realized finally, but
I thought it looked,
Everybody knew about the killer though, like the Harry guy, but
yeah.
nobody said a word.
I thought it looked pretty cool when Mabel's body fell out of the dryer. I thought that was a good effect.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The, like melted
yeah,
looking skeleton.
it was gross.
Yeah.
Gross. It was cool.
I wonder,
I don't know. You know?
I've wondered if like a dryer can really do that to somebody.
I don't think so. Well,
If you were
right?
there for long enough, probably the heat.
Would you melt?
yeah, and it's a commercial dryer too in the 80s, so might have been able to do the job.
I also thought, I know at one point he like shoved the guy's face in the hot dog water or something. That water didn't look like it. I mean, it looked like it was boiling, and then when they actually cut to look like he's putting his face in the water, it looked like it wasn't boiling anymore.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Which obviously they can't do.
They're not gonna freaking
I have shown that shot then where you can tell it's
You
clearly
can't-
not boiling.
You can't burn your actors, really? You can't do that to people?
They could have used them. They could have used a fake head. They do it. They did it. They did it in Friday 13th when they chopped the head off, and that came out a year before this one.
That's true. I mean, there's ways you could have got around that. You could have put like dry ice in the water and make it look like it's bubbling.
Yeah. Or you could just do the shot from behind and not show the water isn't boiling.
That is true. That is true. First of all, like, damn, you really need that kind of boiling water to like cook a couple hot dogs? Like, holy crap.
For 3 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like 6 pounds of pasta. There was 3 hot dogs in that giant pot.
That was excessive. There was no reason for that.
What, 20 people?
Yeah, there's like 20 people. They cooked 4 hot dogs maybe because the one person had something right before that, and then he went back there to get a snack. So that means they cooked what, 3 or 4 hot dogs for 20-something people.
Yeah.
They were too busy snorting coke up their nose and everything, or beer up their nose. Did you notice that the prankster guy was? He kept. I don't know anybody that's ever said, "Here, I'm going to snort beer up my nose at this party." I didn't enjoy it.
I might have missed this when I was writing down notes. I did not see cocaine in this movie.
He was snorting a drink up his nose and
Oh,
saying,
okay.
"Oh, I'm doing coke."
Yeah.
Oh, saying, this is not something. I think I would have noticed there was cocaine.
He broke the silence after Axel and TJ got into the fight. He ended up breaking the silence by doing it again for the second time.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was the most.
Yeah.
I've never known anybody to do that.
the cocaine. Usually I'm on top of that. Usually I don't miss it. Usually I'm right there in the battle.
You're slack. Get on your game. Nudge.
I am. Hey, speaking of game, what do you think? I thought it was funny when the girl goes, "You know what we need?" The guy goes, "Yeah, I do." Pulls out a condom.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Which the girls were like, "No, you idiot. We don't need condoms. We need beer."
I need beer.
Yeah, I honestly like when she said that, I was like, haha, pull out method. Woo!
Yeah,
Oh, beer. Ah, okay. I'm okay with beer.
2 options. Yeah, I'm taking the beer. At least that feels good.
I mean, when you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
And then speaking of, because there's a couple times where they would like smell things. They smelt the hearts or the dead bodies.
Yeah, what was up with that?
But the person opened the fridge and didn't notice the dead body or smell the dead body.
Well, it probably wouldn't smell right away.
Well, if it's in a refrigerator, it wouldn't smell.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought maybe
He also wasn't even looking in the fridge as he grabbed the beers.
that's true.
How do you?
I don't know.
get that
I
either.
look at everything I grab in the
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah, I look right at it. I'm like, okay. You grab
He
something.
knows how his beer feels, though. That's it. He just knows.
Yeah,
He can
but-
touch.
You grab something out of the fridge, and as you're grabbing something out, you're like, I might want something else. Let me grab something else too.
Yeah. You might have to reach for a second beer.
Exactly. Mm.
A good party has different kinds of beers, so yeah, you do really have to.
Look, I'm okay with the beers, but if you bring that hard seltzer, like truly bullshit, get the fuck out.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
White Claw is good. White Claw is very good.
Water
I
down.
don't like Bud Light seltzer lemonade. Y'all are missing out.
Get that.
It's
beer
very
water bullshit
good.
in my house. Like, I'm sorry, get out.
Look at it here. Well, this is my house. In this
Okay.
house, we drink hard
If I have
seltzer.
a party,
In this house, she drinks hard seltzer.
okay,
It's
sorry.
very good.
All right, no.
Emily, I'm on your side, Emily.
If you want to get white girl wasted, do that outside. I'm sorry.
No, you tried strawberry.
I tried strawberry. It was disgusting.
You
Thank
said
you.
it was okay.
I said the taste of the strawberry
You didn't
was
say
okay.
disgusting.
The seltzer aftertaste I said was disgusting.
All right.
The White Claw
Good.
Black Cherry
It was
was
okay, but
awesome.
the aftertaste ruined it.
Oh.
I don't like seltzer, and I don't like lemonade. So
Oh my god.
Alcohol. You just taste seltzer.
it's not for me. I gave it a try.
It's disgusting.
such a
I
guy.
tried on multiple occasions. I tried too many. No, I'm good. I'd rather drink a wine cooler.
Now there's like 60-something
Now
hot
there's
dogs in the pot.
Now there's like 10 hot dogs.
Now the hot dog pot is full. That's all I'm saying. I got to move you on to the background. Now the hot dog pot is full. They just pulled out a tongue,
Oh, is that a heart?
a heart, a
Is
boiled
that what
heart.
that was? I couldn't tell what that was when I was watching the movie the
It's
other
a heart.
day. It's a boiled friggin' heart.
I mean, you got to boil it for safety.
Hey, speaking of drinking, though, Emily went out yesterday and ordered her first drink.
Oh boy.
What was your first drink?
Okay, my first drink was a Long Island iced tea.
White Claw.
My follow-up drink was a Blue Hawaiian Long Island iced tea, which is my new favorite drink now.
So it's the Blue Hawaiian is basically just it's just a Long Island with blue curacao in it.
But it had like a hint of like coconut, or like pineapple or something, and it was so
Very
good.
slightly. It's still the same shit, like. But I mean, I respect it. Because if you're gonna say like,
A Long Island iced tea.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
But she doesn't. The fact that she doesn't live on Long Island anymore just makes it wrong. I'm sorry.
Look, you don't need to be on Long Island to enjoy good Long Island iced tea.
Certain times you do, depending on what. Even on Long Island, you can't order a Long Island iced tea everywhere.
Look, I lived on Long Island. I've had Long Island iced teas. They were not good up there.
Some of them aren't. Some of them are.
It's because a lot of the bars up there aren't good. Not that we found any good ones down
we
here.
went to an Applebee's to drink.
Okay.
So what's the one of
Well, we were hungry
That's
too. Yeah.
watered down liquor, pretty much. Yeah.
It was not watered down.
Well,
You just
listen,
gotta be careful those.
looking around besides the Applebee's is a titty bar, and I don't want to quarantine lap dance. I don't want you to stand over there because it's basically like they're dancing on stage. Then at that point, why am I paying for it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they can give you a lap dance if you're wearing a mask.
Oh, because you can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, but then how are you going to sip the cocaine off the stripper's titty?
Well, you got to go in the back room for that anyway, so you can just
Oh,
take your
yeah.
Look,
That's VIP. That's VIP all the way.
the last time I remember going to one of those bars with you, Randy, you got pissed off because that girl slapped me in her face with her ass cheek. Took me at the stage.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, because you were like,
That's no. I think that was more jealousy than you thought it was rude, Randy.
I mean, if it was a clean ass cheek, that'd be fine.
I didn't stop to ask. I apologize. No,
Just speaking of getting slapped in the face, Hollis got shot right in the head with a nail gun, and there wasn't a whole lot of blood.
Well, it's a nail gun. It's not like a gunshot.
yeah, but it went through his eyes, didn't it?
I don't know.
No,
Also, I didn't know that one nail would kill you.
He was able to crawl back to his friends
And then
die after he got there.
And I thought when the body was hanging down the shaft, and then kind of gets decapitated, and the body falls. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. The version I saw, you definitely knew that was a dummy falling down. I mean, I know you can't do a real body, but it was just so fake the way it was even falling. It was like a stuffed bear falling down down an elevator shaft.
Episode, Sarah just wants to murder somebody for real.
Well, that is me. That's just how I think.
By the kid.
I have issues. All right, we all know this by now.
I think we all do. No, just you're not alone.
That's why we all get along so well.
Just listening to some of these stories about running away with the carnival and getting slapped with ass cheeks, and I think they know we got issues.
Hey man, what a life. No, I'm just
That's true. That would probably be the most interesting show. We just told some stories on the road, Will. How many times did we go up and down these back roads?
Enough.
A lot.
And I will tell you the weirdest experience I still think was going through Amish country.
Yeah.
That was still super weird for me, man.
We went to the Golden Corral that actually had one of those trains that run around the whole restaurant. Like,
Do you remember the parking lots
pulling
where
up to the
there were
Golden
spots
Corral
to pack?
in horse and buggies.
Yes.
What were you saying, Will? Do I remember
I would
what?
say like those the parking lot. It had like the tie downs for horses and shit.
It had spots for horses to park. Designated horse parking spots.
But I do remember the food being good.
Yes, and there was also signs on the roads saying "Watch out for stray cows crossing the street."
Stray cat.
Yeah. Like, sometimes you see the signs about deers.
Not a deer,
No,
not.
it literally said "Watch out for stray cows," and then there was one that said "horse and buggies" too.
Yeah.
I thought the fight scene on the mining carts was hilariously slow motion.
I
think the girl jumped.
I like how that's what I like the fact that she jumped off of there and then she ends up whacking herself in the face with the shovel afterwards.
But I thought, hey, keep going, get some help. She jumped off. Now, if that guy kills your friend, he's gonna kill you. Why didn't you keep going? I thought it was cool that Axel didn't die in the end. I mean, he got his arm ripped off.
How did he not die because of that?
I mean, maybe he could have from blood loss, but
You're a maniac.
yeah, that's true. I mean, the only thing I think of though is he can't really, when you burn the wound to stop the bleeding, you can't do that because methane would blow up the whole mine.
He channeled the spirit of the original miner who survived down there for 6 weeks.
Yeah, but he was a cannibal.
Hey, you gotta be careful. You
rats
keep
or
messing around with
something.
these miners, you guys are going to go to jail.
That was stupid. Don't tell me how to live my life. No, I'm just...
Will said, "Welcome to my life. This is what Randy's like all the time."
Oh no. Look, I've been on Tinder. I need to start like age checking people.
All right, I think we got off topic again.
Always.
Did anybody happen to see the remake? Will, did you see the remake?
I did.
Did you like the remake? What'd you think?
I think the remake was slightly more entertaining.
Yeah, I think we'll go in depth about the remake. Maybe in a year, if we're still doing this, we'll cover that. We'll have to watch it in 3D though.
Oh man.
I think I saw the remake in theater in 3D.
I can't do 3D though.
Well, I don't think any of us have 3D TVs, so I don't think we're actually going to cover in 3D.
That is true.
Well, you don't need a 3D TV if you get glasses. If you have like a DVD copy that comes with glasses.
What if you guys
Because
remember the
Friday
old
the
movies back
13th.
in the day with the blue and red glasses?
I had
Yeah.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl on DVD with 3D glasses and everything.
We grew up in the 80s where we had Friday the 13th in 3D. We had Jaws in 3D.
Wasn't the Blob in 3D too at one point?
I think so.
I want to say I remember seeing that one in 3D.
Was it the 88 one, maybe?
Yeah, it definitely was the 88 one.
We had a couple. What other? Amityville 3 was in 3D.
I never liked the Amityville.
Why would you put that movie in 3D though?
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
I love the Amityville movies. I have most of them except like the newest one, Amityville Harvest, I think.
I just don't care for those movies anymore.
Creature from the Black Lagoon was in 3D. Freddy's Dead had the scene where you had to put the glasses in the end. You had to put your glasses on when he's fighting Freddy in probably the worst Freddy movie ever. There was a bunch of 3D movies back in the day. I think, wasn't one of the Final Destinations in 3D when they came out too?
I think it was. I think one of them was.
See, I don't do 3D movies, but I wish I would watch that one because I actually enjoy Final Destination. So
I want to say maybe the second one was in 3D. I don't remember the first one being in 3D.
I don't think it was the second one. I think it was even one of the later ones.
You think so?
It might have been 3 or 4. Maybe it was one with. Maybe it was 3 with the roller coaster. I don't remember.
It might have been that one. It's not. Yeah, I want to say that you're right on that.
Because the second one wasn't 3D. The second one's the one with the logs on the
No,
freeway.
that was the first one, I think.
No, that was the second one. I think. The second one was the freeway with the logs and all that. The first one was the plane.
Yeah, the plane crash. Yeah.
Which one had the tanning bed? Was that the first one?
No, the tanning bed was later on.
That was like
Was
the
it?
fourth or fifth.
no,
Yeah.
that was the third one. That was the third one. The stupid girls.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just remember certain kills. I don't remember which movies they happened in. It's been forever since I've seen them.
A hell of a cast, the first one. Evan Sava, Tony
The
Todd.
first one definitely did.
I just don't like how they tied them all together. Wasn't like one of the later ones a prequel to the first one?
movies all together.
Yeah.
The very last one was actually the very first time it actually happened because
Like it brought it around full circle.
and like it was like a yeah, which I actually enjoyed that part because I've never seen it do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely movies I gotta go back and watch. I've been trying to build up this collection, and 2 of the series Emily always tells me to get next are Final Destination and Scream.
I have Final Destination. And
There's 5 of them. I gotta get them all.
me and my daughter watched it all.
Mm,
Yeah.
There's what 4 Scream? The 5th one's coming out next year. All right. I think Emily, you didn't see the My Bloody Valentine remake, did you?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I think I have it on Blu-ray. I think I got it used though, so I'm trying to get a new copy, just to have it. I think I picked it up used from vintage stock. I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember seeing it in theaters when it came out. I thought it was good. I really like My Bloody Valentine. I would definitely recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it. It definitely came out in the vein of all those Christmas and Halloween, all those holiday themed horror movies that blew up with Halloween. Well, or even Black Christmas, I guess. Black Christmas started it before Halloween.
Who is the My make?
What was that?
Who was in that?
What?
Who was in Bloody Valentine remake? Who was in it?
oh,
Who's
cast?
in My Bloody Valentine?
Yeah.
Some of the actors I had written down were Paul Kelman, Neil Affleck, Don Franks, Cynthia Dale. There was a whole lot. I don't really remember seeing any of these guys in any other movies, though, personally.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if which one that was.
Yeah, I don't remember ever really seeing anybody else go into the new movies. I think the new one was written by Todd Farmer.
Mm,
The remake.
yeah, written by Todd Farmer.
I think he's done some other horror movies. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know he's done other stuff.
He did Jason X.
That's what it was. I remembered it just recently. Oh, Jason X. Jesus Christ.
Well, he did this one. I've never seen this one. He did one in 2013 called Crystal Lake Memories: The Complete History of Friday.
Yeah, like 8-hour documentary all about the history of Friday the 13th.
Okay.
It's like 8 hours.
I would watch that.
I've watched it several times from beginning to end, the whole 8 hours straight.
Not bad, not bad.
But that was back in the day where if we couldn't take these horror guys and put them in 3D, then we're putting them in outer space. Let's go.
You ran out of places to go, okay?
Yep.
So
Grab Jason, grab Leprechaun.
You can always go back to the hood. No, I'm just.
And then you got to go back.
Gotta go back, man.
I think we need to cover those movies one of these days. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They were so bad that they're good. The movies are good.
We could do multiples, like in the same episode. Just cover a couple of them at a time.
Yeah, just talk about the sequels. All right, that's gonna wrap up this week's talk about My Bloody Valentine. Overall, would you recommend it, Sarah? If anybody who hasn't seen it,
Yeah, I think I would. If they like that type of horror movie, I would definitely.
would you watch it again? Do you think it'll become like a Valentine's Day annual thing every year to watch My Bloody Valentine?
It might end up being that way because I really despise Valentine's Day. So yeah.
What about you? Would you recommend it? Would you watch it again? Will you change your Valentine's Day tradition of sitting alone to watching My Bloody Valentine? I'm sorry. You posted on Facebook something about you're
That was horrible.
Hey, me and my bottle of Lubriderm have an issue with that. No,
That's what Tinder's for. Emily, would you recommend the movie? Do you think you'll watch it again?
Yeah, I'd recommend it. I'm a big fan of slasher movies and especially, holiday themed horror movies, so I'd definitely watch it again.
Yeah, I'll have to, when the extended cut version comes, we'll have to watch it so you can see that it's actually more gore and bloody, and 'cause that's the version I remember. I never really remember seeing this cut down, edited version.
I'm kind of glad I saw the edited version though, because of the fact that it kind of, I don't know.
It leaves you more to be desired. So maybe next time you can watch the unedited version and you'll go, "Oh, this is way better."
I probably will.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I hope so.
It's just the kills are more graphic. There's more blood. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's no nudity extras or anything, but there's more blood. Nobody's getting slapped with butt cheeks, looking at buttholes, or nothing with blood.
And I don't want to watch it. No, I'm just...
All right. You can find us on social media, Taking Back Pod on Twitter, Midnight Evil Pod on Twitter, Midnight Evil Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram. You can find us on TuneIn, on Stitcher, on Google, Spotify. You can find us on Anchor, where we host all these episodes. Next week, we have another anniversary show. So this week was the 40-year anniversary of My Bloody Valentine. And next week, I believe it's the 20-year anniversary. Let me see. Got it written down. 30-year anniversary. So next week, for the 30-year anniversary, we're going to be covering Silence of the Lambs. Hope you guys are excited about that one. Meh. Yeah.
What?
I'm not as big into it like Emily is. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'll give it a shot.
Reaction. You guys are killing me.
Sorry, I was never a fan. I'm sorry. I just never was.
You guys are killing me.
I like the Hannibal.
Horror.
Me and Will will be cynics about it.
Nominated for like an Oscar and won.
I mean, congratulations, but don't give a fuck.
How do you not like Sir Anthony Hopkins? Come on.
Okay, okay. That's different, but still.
How many times did we sit around at dinner having some fava beans and a nice Chianti? Come on.
No.
Cut out the heart, you heat it up,
First of all, that just sounds like a terrible combination.
Well, we'll have to find out and talk about it next week. I'm your host, Ed Rush. I've been joined by Will, Sarah, Emily. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed My Bloody Valentine. And we'll see you guys next week in the Midnight in the Podcast of Evil. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.